James Gunn is Diet Taika Waititi, in my opinion. He's Diet Taika Waititi. So, if you want Diet Thor Love and Thunder... Marvelous Friends Pod has dropped episode 2 of Comic Book News. Gotta check it out here. Supposedly, there's a shout-out to One Crimson Matt. Let's see what this is all about. Now, I'm gonna switch over here. Let me go here. And, guys, go ahead and drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Please, these things really help with the channel. In addition, go ahead and follow Marvelous Friends Pod. I'll throw the link in the description. First comment, pin it, whatever. It'll be down there somewhere. But go check them out. Go follow, go subscribe, do all that stuff. Anyways, let's dive in.
Then Lanterns will focus on 2 Green Lanterns so white people and black people can come together.
This is
Marvelous Friends. Marvelous Friends.
Welcome to the Marvelous Friends podcast.
I mean...
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Marvelous Friends podcast. You are watching Comic Book Movie News. This is where we talk about the latest news that has been either exciting us or even bothering us. And come join us. This is going to be a fun episode. But really quick, I want to shout out Crimson Matt. He has a YouTube channel, and he gave us a shout out. He actually reviewed one of our previous videos, and it was a great breakdown. He's my brother. This is also a biased shout out. But go ahead and follow Crimson Matt on YouTube.
If you haven't figured it out already, we're brothers. All right. I didn't. Sorry, Robert. I didn't mean to pause the camera. Here, I'll do it too. I'll do it too. Okay, now we're even. now I'll look dumb with you. I got you. All right, let's do it.
He has a lot of great content, a lot of great reviews on music, on anime, and on everything comic book movie news and everything pop culture related. Go ahead and follow that page. Very successful, and I think you're gonna have a good laugh. He's the funnier brother between the two of us, but you're gonna have a great time. Go follow that page.
So, all right. So I got some news regarding Fantastic Four. And I mean, I think people kind of somewhat know this already, but it's talking about Matt Shakman, who will be the one directing Fantastic Four. And so
who's
Matt Shakman is basically the person who directed WandaVision, which we all really liked out of the Phase 4 things.
Okay,
and
all right.
So there's not too much on this as of yet. Does make me a little bit hopeful, but I also saw some stuff about who could possibly be playing Mr. Fantastic. So we know that the cameo happened in Doctor Strange with John Krasinski, but in terms of the actual casting for the movie that will be coming out for Fantastic Four, they're not going to go with the same person. So they're eyeing different people, and as I was looking about who Disney Marvel folks might have their eyes on, Adam Driver came up as a potential. And so I wanted to bring that up to y'all about, like, do you like that as a potential?
You know,
who would you?
I mean, they're going to say what I already think. I already know. I love that they chose that picture of his Adam Driver's stupid ass too. He's not even a bad actor per se, but no, just no. I'm sorry, no, I don't. No. Am I deeply upset and offended that John Krasinski won't play Reed Richards? No, probably not. I appreciate, thank you, Marvel, for the little, oh, good boy, by giving us Reed Richards. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Marvel. Or going ahead and giving us what we've been begging for like 8 years, casting John Krasinski as Reed Richards. That's, in my opinion, like Marvel's little pat in the head for us little fans, the little guy, oh, here you go, all right, but now we're going to do what we want, all right, fuck you, you know. Anyway.
Cast, like, what are your thoughts about that? But
so
Matt Shakman and potential for Adam Driver to be Mr. Fantastic.
Quick fact check. So Matt Shakman co-directed WandaVision.
Co-directed.
He was not the sole director.
Was it him and Feige?
So
Because I know Feige was really close to that project, WandaVision. I know he was really close to it, which is why might explain why it was so good. Anyways,
I don't know. I feel like
Deep sigh.
I feel like Adam. So there's nothing wrong with Adam Driver himself. There's nothing wrong with him as an actor. There's nothing at all wrong with him. But we're talking about Reed Richards, right? That is who you're
Yes.
talking about, right?
Yes,
Okay.
Reed Richards. Exactly.
Okay,
yes.
Mr. Fantastic. You can't just cast a random person. Not that Adam Driver's a random person, but you might as well have, right? Because over online, I've seen so many different theories and rumors about this guy, rumors about this guy, and all of the people that are being rumored as potential casting for Reed Richards, they're not the same.
yeah,
Two people are not.
yeah.
The same. So I don't know.
There-
I just feel like someone like Adam.
There isn't an archetypal face for Mr. Fantastic. You know what I mean? If somebody casts Superman, there's a very specific face that you're looking for and look and all that, right? Which is why I don't think Tyler Hush from whatever the fuck Superman and Lois is a good fit at all. I think he looks weird. He looks like his face, his mouth is up here and his eyes are down here. I don't know. He just looks funny to me. Then again, I'm a weird looking dude too. So anyway, let's go.
Driver, it just does not make sense for. He makes more sense for a Doctor Doom,
Yeah.
but not a.
Yeah, I can see
not
that.
If we're
Yes.
forcing a Fantastic Four
Yes.
right now. But not a Reed Richards.
I'm
I kind of like the fan casting of what's his name who plays Gus Fring in Breaking Bad though. Gustavo. I don't remember the name. I don't know why, but I like him for Doctor Doom.
I'm
I love that fan
confused
casting.
Why he's not being considered for Doctor Doom? Because I mean, he played the antagonist in the Star Wars sequels, and I don't think his I don't think his presence in those movies is why there's a controversy surrounding those movies. I think that was more the direction and the writing.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of Star Wars fans feel. I don't think they really blame the cast. So if you have somebody that played a villain in a big budget, Star Wars franchise, I don't see why you can't have him play the villain in a potential big budget Fantastic Four franchise that's in the MCU.
Right.
I'm not a fan of Adam Driver. For Reed Richards, I feel like my fan cast would be Penn Badgley. Do you guys know who he is or what he looks
Badgley.
like?
I don't.
I've heard that name.
Penn Badgley.
He was
Are they
in
gonna?
the TV series or the Netflix series You. He was in Gossip Girl.
Oh, that guy, the main character for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
That could work.
he's a pretty young dude. Yeah.
That could work.
Dan
I
from
feel like
He
I'm
he has
happy
like
that
a I don't know, like a empathetic face. Like he doesn't look devious, you know.
Yeah, that I don't know what you call it, professorly vibe from him. He can be intelligent or intense.
I get a loner vibe from him. And in the comics, Reed Richards was someone that was just obsessed with his work and didn't really want to interact with people. And Sue Storm kind of broke him out of his shell. That was kind of the story. So I could see him doing that.
Yeah, because I think Adam Driver for me is a little too intense. So I don't know if he could pull that off.
Which is why he should be Dr. Doom, because
Yeah.
Dr. Doom is intense and he speaks in the third person. He said Doom is the key to solving everything.
You know what? The whole Doctor Doom thing. Okay. I think I would need to see an audition before I said he would be Doctor Doom, because
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about him playing Kylo Ren, and I just felt like he was very
Right.
angsty. Again,
Yeah,
I think it's a
it's-
script thing.
That's
as,
not his
Rinaldi.
fault. That's
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm saying,
writers.
Rinaldi.
could
I think
be.
It might be a script thing, but I'm just like.
But even in the scene they just showed as a meme of him punching the wall or whatever, there's something, I don't know. Maybe I'm being unfair to Adam Driver. And I don't know, maybe they're right. I don't know enough about him, but yeah.
Let me see you audition for that before I let you be Doctor Doom, because I actually really like Doctor Doom. Like him and Magneto are top tier. Marvel
I want
villains for me,
stoicism
so I'm
out of
just like,
Doom.
don't play with that,
Dr.
you know,
Doom needs
so
to be stoic.
I don't want them putting in just a random.
Not,
the heartthrob of the the decade.
hard on
and
his
all
sleeve,
women just-
angry
It
at
gonna get
nothing,
heartthrob.
you know.
His face is gonna get messed up. He gonna wear a mask. Just
But
like
no,
Kylo
but-
Ren.
Well, yes, true. But like, I feel like women find him attractive too. So it's just kind of like I'm not trying to put no little Adam. Like no, like
But he gonna wear a
it's serious business
mask.
over here. I know that. But I mean his like normal like life unmasked, just being out in the street. You know, he's not all crazy looking. So that's he's yeah. So anyways, I just don't want them to play with that because Doctor Doom is serious.
But the thing
And
is,
Reed Richards. I
yeah,
think that
but
should
the
be
thing
cast
is, so characters like Doctor Doom and Darth Vader, and they're all like give or take based on the Phantom of the Opera type
well. Yeah.
deal. So like, you know, somebody who's beautiful, handsome, whatever, and something happened to them. they had to
Yes,
wear a
yes.
mask and all that stuff.
That's very accurate.
If Adam Driver is as handsome as
They're the same
you know,
archetype.
people are saying he is, then
Which is why they work.
I mean, put a mask on him, and it's Phantom of the Opera. If this is where we're going, Doctor Doom.
Is my volume's okay?
I don't know. That thread line makes sense to me. If we're forcing Adam Driver in the MCU, but obviously, you know, I'm with Fergie. I'm not a fan of Adam Driver. Like I don't have a problem with him.
Yeah.
He's just never stood out to me. As, like,
Same.
I have to see
I don't know.
Adam
Like
Driver.
Man, Adam
Right.
Driver's a great actor, man.
Sure
Right.
He doesn't have
Yeah.
a signature movie. That's the thing.
yeah.
Interesting.
We'll see. But yeah.
He kind of looks like a foot.
All right.
Does he kind of look like a foot to you guys? He kind of looks like a foot to me. And maybe I'm being too messed up, but I don't know.
I'm up, and now that we got the preliminaries out the way, we got the opening act. Now we got the main event, and that is
and his name
James
is
Gunn
me.
announced a slate of movies for the first chapter in a new DC universe titled Gods and Monsters. And so I'm going to read the films and TV shows with a quick kind of descriptor, and we'll react to this list of new projects. So first, the films. We have Superman Legacy. So this will be a 25-year-old Superman kind of reflecting on his place in the world as not only Superman, but Clark Kent. We have The Authority, which is a team of heroes from another publisher called Wildstorm that DC bought, and they're like anti-heroes with weird powers. They're going to meet the Justice League in the future. We have The Brave and the Bold. That will
Wait,
be
really?
Batman.
That's interesting. Wait.
Called Wild React to this list of new projects. Will be a 25-year-old Superman kind of reflecting on his place in the world as not only Superman, but Clark Kent. We have The Authority, which is a team of heroes from another publisher called Wildstorm that DC bought, and they're like anti-heroes with weird powers.
Oh.
They're going to meet the Justice League in the future. We have The Brave and the Bold. That will be Batman and his biological son Damian as Robin. So an older Batman with his biological son. We have Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. So that's going to be Supergirl's big debut on the big screen for this universe. And then Swamp Thing. He's a thing that's in a swamp. Okay. So moving on to the television series real quick. Oh, no, Swamp Thing's is an interesting character.
Yeah.
So TV-wise, we got Creature Commandos. This is a series that's somewhat of a prequel for Suicide Squad. It's exploring Rick Flag's father in World War II with a bunch of persons with strange powers. Rick Flag was in the Suicide Squad movies, so we're gonna figure out what his father was doing.
I gotta watch the James Gunn Suicide Squad.
Waller is gonna be about Amanda Waller from the Suicide Squad movies. Then Lanterns will focus.
She's
on
great.
Two Green
I love
Lanterns,
Viola.
so white people and black people can come together because Hal Jordan the original Green Lantern will team up with the black nerd hero John Stewart, the Black Green Lantern, on a detective type adventure. And then we got Paradise Lost, which is a Wonder Woman prequel. And then Booster Gold will be a show introducing that new character. What are your thoughts are about these?
If they do the Lanterns like an actual buddy cop, like from the late 90s, let's say, and they don't... I'm going into territory that I don't want to go in, but I'm going to go in there anyway. And they don't do the whole, you're a white guy and I'm a black guy thing, and they just let the movie be a movie, I will be fucking impressed. And that has the potential to like alter culture, because the Green Lantern arcs are very good, and Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan both are very popular. Like, even though they're both Green Lanterns, they're both very popular independent DCU or DC characters, like, period. It's like saying Batman and Superman, not to that magnitude, but they're two separate, right? Even though that, you would think, it's kind of like you have Peter Parker and Miles, right? In terms of hierarchy and popularity and who was invented when and blah, blah, blah. And Miles is popular, like, in his own way for sure. But, like, when you say Spider-Man, the first thing in everybody's head is Peter Parker. But when you say Green Lantern, it's two. It's literally two. Maybe Hal Jordan slightly above. Maybe. But it's both. It's Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. That's one of the beautiful things that DC did very well, that they could fucking capitalize on, but they're too busy. We're afraid to do Green Lantern because the 2013 one sucked ass. Or 2011, or whatever the fucking year. Anyways.
Projects.
So, I was talking to Fergie about this. Maybe this is just like my the version of Batman that I like. I don't know how to feel about these movies and TV shows. I just don't. I know that the Superman Legacy is based on Superman All-Star or All-Star Superman.
Yep.
And I don't know too much about that story, except just went dark.
Yeah, that was a little Superman has spoken.
What'd you say?
Superman has spoken.
Superman has spoken. He can turn off lights. All right. But there's an animated movie, Superman All-Star. It's really good. Really good. I was very, like, all the DC animated movies, like almost all of, like 98% of them are just phenomenal masterpieces for like no reason. It's really crazy. But yeah, Superman All-Star is a really good movie. That'll give you like a good scope. Hold on, let me turn this light on. There we go. Yeah, so All-Star Superman, I don't know too much about it, but from what I do know, I'm not a fan of that story. It's just, I don't know. I don't like the artwork. I don't like.
Whoa! Wow, because a lot of people love the artwork for it.
I don't like.
Yeah, the artwork is a little weird.
It does look weird. It's a weird. Like, I'm with I like that comic, but I don't know. Part of it, it's like I don't Superman. Like, I don't feel any tension. Like, you don't. That story, it's not like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen to Superman?
Yeah.
Right. This is going to be like the classic of the classic of the classic, and I'm just like, I'm not interested. And you got a 25-year-old Superman. He's going to be dealing with some things that I'm just going to find annoying. I already know it. So I don't really care about this thing. I got to wait till some of these movies come out and see what's up. I want to know who he has in mind in casting this Batman. Who's gonna play Batman? Who's gonna play the Superman? I also find it interesting.
What about Robin? Because James Gunn said he was gonna be around 12 years old. So
yeah,
that's really interesting.
I don't know. I'll end my thought with that because I have
12.
But I don't know. I'm not totally bought in with it. This is the first time DC has made an announcement like this, and I'm just like, nah.
Ladies.
I think the only thing I can say about this entire situation is that I need at least 3 movies. I need to watch them in order to judge fairly, because I'm one of the few people who is like, burn everything to the ground, DC related. Give me something brand new, fresh. I want to see something different, but there's just so much up in the air. I don't even know what to make of it. So I think it could be really good. It could be bad.
You got a whole new James Gunn is gonna
I
do some wholly
did.
new.
Yeah,
I know.
kinda.
I'm
Like
excited.
he's sort of like he's what's the word? Grandfathered in, like the Shazam and the Suicide Squad movie. Like he's grandfathering in the things that he wants. And my loose understanding is that Aquaman seems to be staying around, and I can't get a beat on what he's doing with Wonder Woman or specifically Gal Gadot, but we'll see.
Just like
Gadot.
Marvel got their wish when they got Daredevil over to the MCU, and now he's gonna be a straight up simp.
Be careful what you wish for. Is that the
Yeah.
theme of this podcast?
Yes.
We will see. We shall see.
Elise?
I just feel like this man really loves Suicide Squad. That's what that was told me. And I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Well,
why?
he directed it, right? So that's exactly it. That's exactly it. And I'm so split because there's aspects of James Gunn that I like a lot, and there's aspects of James Gunn that I like cut the crap. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like okay, like Taika Waititi, right? This is the best example I can give possibly. Thor Ragnarok director, for those of you that don't know, did that what the fuck is the Hitler movie? The jokey Hitler movie or whatever. He did that too, and then with the little boy, and then he also did obviously Thor: Love and Thunder, right? That dude is a nutcase. He's a nut job, right? And everybody loved him and for Thor Ragnarok. Everybody was like, yeah, it's so funny, it's so derpy and nothing's taken seriously, and this is great, it's the best movie ever. And I'm looking at everybody around me, I'm like, how are you guys thinking this movie is amazing? And then Thor: Love and Thunder comes out and everybody agrees, oh, this movie sucks. I'm like, where were you 3 or 4 years ago? I understand Ragnarok's probably objectively a better movie. Fine. I have not seen Love and Thunder. I refuse to watch that movie. But I have seen Thor Ragnarok. There are aspects of it that are very, very, very good. But his humor style is god-awful. It's awful. And James Gunn is like the diet version. James Gunn is diet Taika Waititi, in my opinion. He's diet Taika Waititi. So if you want diet Thor: Love and Thunder, I'm just saying that's like the worst case scenario for these DC movies, right? If we get diet Love and Thunder, diet Ragnarok,
Trying to
or
really,
diet
like,
Guardian,
just find
yeah.
every way to stretch that thing. So that's thought one. And then the second thought, yeah, the Superman thing, whatever, fine. I guess he gonna be fighting student loans at that age. Whatever, I don't really know. And then
He could have got a scholarship.
Yeah,
I
is he 2023? Like, is he gonna be like on TikTok? Like, I hope they don't like play on the, because one of the charming things about Superman and his universe is like the world of phone booths and like real life newspapers. Like, Kent, get in here. You know, it's like the Daily Bugle with Jay Jonah, right? They actually did a pretty good job, now that I think about it, with having Jay Jonah in the No Way Home, like getting J.K. Simmons and stuff, and like having him be like a YouTube personality, has his own channel or whatever, and it's like whatever conspiracy theory or whatever. It was like a good little way to like keep his archetype, but like bring it into today. That was a pretty good idea, and it kind of worked, but at the same time, it didn't pop, right? It doesn't pop. It loses its like luster or something. But like the universe and the world of Superman is so cool. Like, it's phone booths and it's it's these telephones. Hello, how can I help you? You know, it's not these two, but like, you know, those phones that have like the 2-part thing or whatever. It's like, it's very much in the era of like, I don't know, like the 50s or 60s or 70s or something. It's very much locked in a specific time period, and you can do it modern for sure. And people are gonna say Man of Steel, blah blah blah. I don't know. I think the charm of Superman's universe is that time period.
I don't know if they got that for Krypton. Maybe they should. They have some for being the last Kryptonian, if they got a special thing.
Let me rewind a little bit.
Whatever, fine. I guess he gonna be fighting student loans at that age. Whatever, I don't really know. And then
He could have got a scholarship.
what? I mean, I don't know if they got that for Krypton. Maybe they should. They have some for being the last Kryptonian, if they got a special thing. Like, I don't know. but whatever. That doesn't intrigue me either. And then the whole Batman thing. Will you just give me Terry McGinnis? I can't do this no more.
Yeah.
Or like
It's gonna be
it's
Damian
just
Wade.
I was just talking to somebody.
just
They
like-
need to really do the
and-
Batman Beyond,
like,
man.
And I'm not saying that I'm opposed.
Especially if they're doing Flash Keaton. Like, guys, come on. You know, and maybe some of what I'm saying is a little contradictory to the video that I made, but I genuinely am split. I am genuinely split. Do I think DC has the opportunity here to defeat Marvel? Yes, 100%. But that doesn't mean DC will be good. If Marvel is, I can make an analogy. If Marvel's green diarrhea and DC is brown diarrhea, they're both still diarrhea. One is more alarming than the other, one alarmingly bad, but they're both diarrhea.
That story per se, but it's just like, okay, well, at least give me a foundation for Batman right now, because you gave me Ben Affleck as Batman, and then now you gave me Robert Pattinson. Can you establish whichever Batman thing you're trying to do first, and then talk about him and his son? Like, we didn't even get like.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know with these new Batmans, including the Nolan ones, if we actually even really got like the Dick Grayson Robin. We didn't even get like OG Robin yet.
Clooney.
Like what? I don't.
The George Clooney.
We're not
Batman.
counting.
Oh well,
not
well,
counting that.
yeah, but
Keep going.
not that. Like
She specifically
I mean,
said
Nolan's
Christopher
Like a
Nolan.
real
Nolan's
Batman.
The good
like-
ones.
Okay, so in
Not
terms of-
not
Yeah, like-
not George
in terms of-
Clooney. Not George Clooney who
Not Bat-
spent his money and cosplaying as Batman. Hello,
no,
freeze.
not even
I'm
that. Yeah,
Batman.
well,
I gotta say though, I gotta give points to George Clooney. I've seen videos where every Comic-Con he goes to and stuff, he genuinely apologizes. He apologizes for Batman. Every single one. It's hilarious.
I'm
So
not,
real Batman
And
Like,
admits
I
they're
mean,
terrible
Robin,
movies.
though. No, so yeah, give me whichever actor you want to commit to tell your Batman story. Give me that, and then actually, and before you do Damian, why are you not doing Dick Grayson? Because we didn't really
they're
get
gonna
that with the
introduce.
Nolan
They're
movies
gonna
either.
introduce all the other sidekicks in a later project. James Gunn confirmed that. So they
Okay.
exist. Dick Grayson, Jason.
So you're gonna
Todd,
do-
all
but
these people exist.
Okay,
So he's probably just
Okay,
starting
cool.
us off like
But
we're starting off in the middle of like the story. It's not starting once upon a time. Here it begins, chapter 1, right? It sounds like we're starting off in like chapter 17 of like the whole arc kind of thing, and then people will spawn in within other movies maybe, and they've just been around all along. Then maybe they can get their origins. That's what I suspect. I don't know.
you're gonna do Damian Wayne before those. I thought that they come first. Do they not come first? That it's just I don't know.
They
It's just
did, but I guess the idea is that they and Batman had a falling out, and so they're doing their own thing, and so Batman's just with Damian.
okay,
Right.
cool. But where is Dick Grayson first?
I
Just
agree.
show me where he
I
is.
agree.
Give me a little something, something, and then you can do it. But anyways, I mean, yeah. So I
So-
don't feel the best
Yeah.
about all that.
Yeah.
That in a nutshell. There's more to say, but we got time.
Yeah.
We don't have too much time.
Yeah, I
Oh my
understand.
gosh. Why does this thing keep on turning off? I don't understand what's going
It's
on.
Superman.
It's Superman.
Superman does not do that. Anyways, you know what? I'm gonna try one more thing. And I'm gonna
He
read
does
this
now.
rather than doing this. Oh, hey,
Ooh,
there we go.
nice.
Wait, but if
Okay.
it's Superman, why didn't he attack me for talking about how he didn't
Because
get his
Superman is
Superman
optimistic. He's optimistic
All
that
right, all right,
he'll
wait,
change
wait,
his
wait, wait.
mind.
All right,
That
wait,
he'll
wait,
change
wait.
your mind at least.
So on the topic of DC and James Gunn and everything, with the new slate coming out and then all this reshuffling and what's happening, there was even talk about like, oh well, I want a younger Superman and a younger Batman, even though this new Batman is not going to be younger. So it's like, what's going on? So I have a quote, quick news. This is James Gunn and how he responds to the idea that Gal Gadot and Henry Cavill and how he let them go and why is he keeping Ezra Miller and just all the fan outcry, right? And so I'm just gonna read this and we're gonna talk about it. So this is from dcu.feed. That's an Instagram account. Shout outs. They go follow them for all your updates. When asked why James Gunn let Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot go but kept Ezra Miller around, he replied, "We didn't let Gal go. Ezra's movie is already made. Henry doesn't fit what I have for Superman." End quote.
Is that the news?
Thoughts? That's
All right,
for
let
me.
me go because I didn't go to last second. All right, here we go. Here we go. You gotta make an announcement that Ezra Miller gone. Like you gotta get that out.
Yep.
You gotta do that quick because I warned you guys. Like when I said, okay, you're gonna let Henry Cavill go, but now you don't have protection because Snyder fans and even hardcore DC fans that aren't Snyder fans, they don't play around. This ain't Marvel. This ain't like, oh, we're upset that Daredevil's a simp, so we're just gonna pick up our ball and go home. Nah, DC fans clap back, bro. So you have to say things that will
They clap back
address
as long as they're
frustration
around.
in a way that feels
I think a lot in the MCU, a lot of the real Marvel fans have bailed. In the same way that like it happens in The Walking Dead. After 4 or 5 seasons, maybe even 3, all the real Walking Dead fans bail, right? They start outcrying, and they get garbage, then they leave. That's what I think. But I think now Marvel applies or appeals to normie audience. It's already established as big as being a thing. So normies with their blinders on or whatever watch every other movie or every other TV show and not really having a care in the world. They don't know what order these things come out. They don't know blah blah blah. It'd be a shame if DC reaches that point. It'd be a real shame. But that could happen down the line.
like purposeful. Because what you said doesn't have any purpose. Because I'm like, you got. So you have to say things that will directly address their frustration in a way that feels like purposeful. Because what you said doesn't have any purpose. Because I'm like, you gotta really be strong and be like, yo, we're gonna move in it. Once this Flash movie's out, we're moving on from Ezra Miller, and this is what I hope to accomplish with these projects. Like, because
I think so. I don't know, but here's a guess, a shot. If they said it now, oh, Ezra's gone after the Flash movie, I think that would diminish the willfulness of people to go see the movie. Yeah, people want to see a Flash movie. Yeah, they want to see Flashpoint. Yeah, they want to see what happens in the movie and Michael Keaton, blah, blah, blah. But if it's 100% of people that want to go see it right now, maybe they announce to Ezra Miller, oh, yeah, after this movie, he's gone. We can't have him on our project anymore. Maybe it drops to 80% instead of 100%, right? It's down to 80%, right? I think it's at the very least to be optimistic about it, right? Maybe right afterwards or a month or so after that movie has been out for a while, then we get the announcement. But I don't know. I think James Gunn has expressed a lot of enthusiasm for The Flash. I think he genuinely likes it, and I think they really like Ezra Miller. I'm going to land a hot take here and forget all the backstory and all the politics and stuff going on behind the scenes with all that. I genuinely don't like Ezra Miller as Barry Allen. That is my thing. I don't understand it. He's weird to me. Like, I don't know. It's just the way he acts and speaks, and it's just strange. It doesn't look right to me or something. Like that's not Barry Allen. I don't know.
he hasn't really explained that either. So a lot of DC fans are confused because they're like, yo, where the Justice League at? Like, why are we doing all these weird side projects? Where's Darkseid in the Justice League? So I don't know, man. James Gunn needs to be more careful with how he speaks to people that are hardcore DC fans, because Elise is struggling right out here in the street. And she ain't even like a hardcore Snyder fan like that. So that's not a good sign, because hardcore Snyder fans are like worse. They
yeah. Hardcore Snyder fans will fucking fight.
I just want good stuff. That's all I like. Yeah, like Rinaldi said, I'm not a hardcore Snyder fan. I'm just like, give me a good movie. And
Same.
I'm a fan of that. And I don't know.
I dislike Snyder right up until I like him, right? So I had a sense for a long time he wasn't getting the proper chance, and it's true. He wasn't getting the proper chance because Justice League, the 4-hour one, is phenomenal. It's just a great movie overall.
But you a Justice League fan?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Where the Justice League at?
Yeah, it just...
They can't do it. They shouldn't do it. I don't think.
Like,
I don't think they should.
I don't even know what to say right now.
They need to get their...
Like,
I think James is right. They need to get their big heavy hitters
yeah,
right.
Like, if
first
Henry is
before
that's the thing.
like
I've been
bleh.
online and everybody who, like you said, that likes DC content or movies or whatever, everybody's like Henry is Superman. I've like seen multitudes of people just say Henry is
Yeah.
Superman. What do you mean? What do you mean that's not the what you? He's not the Superman you're looking for. The Superman for you. I'm like, who is then?
Yeah.
Who you got?
This
But
is
no,
why
you
I
want to do
said
25-year-old
It took me 10
That's why I
years.
said you
25-year-old
should stay in
Superman.
communication with Henry Cavill. Okay, you're moving in a different direction. Stay in communication. He might be able to. Hey, like we're gonna, we're gonna talk. We're gonna, I'm gonna get ideas from him because he used to work for DC, and have him calm the people down because the people are upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ten-
Because again, I'm not opposed to the young. Sorry, Fergie. I didn't mean to
No, you're
cut
good.
you off.
You're good.
If you want to do the young Superman, fine. Like, yeah, if you want to do prequels and all that, fine. Do the young people, but then it's just like bring back Henry when you give us
Yep.
the current stories for Justice League or whatever. So you can choose someone for a 25-year-old, whatever, but then bring him back on a later project. That's what I think. Same thing with like Batman. You can have Robert Pattinson be young Bruce Wayne, and then bring Ben Affleck to be grown, advanced Bruce Wayne. More, So, anyways, but yeah.
I
Go ahead,
still
Bert.
don't get the outcry over Ben Affleck being Batman. I love him as Bruce Wayne. He is Bruce Wayne to me. I don't know. I know I'm in a very particular pocket for that, but people are weird.
Yeah,
It took me 10 years to actually grow on Henry Cavill, and now that I like finally sort of accept him, now they kick him. I'm like, all right, you guys are clowns.
I feel like James Gunn needs to keep his mouth shut for a little bit because he's just kind of feeding the monster, and now he has to provide us a Superman that's going to blow us all away. And so there's going
Yeah.
to be a lot of pressure for whatever new actor he has picked out for this because people are just going to be upset.
James Gunn is in a tough spot
I just
because
feel like
he does talk to the fans. He
Ronaldo's
responds.
point, a lot of what James Gunn has been
Which is
saying
good,
has just
but-
been dismissive. Like he's answering questions, but these answers are just dismissive. And to pretend like you care about the fans, but then you put out projects that fans are never asking for.
Right.
Like I like the chapter name, Gods and Monsters.
Same. I like
know
it a
that
lot.
This is not the full chapter, what we saw. Like
Right.
this is just a piece of it. But I just don't feel like that he's doing it for the fans. A lot of this is his own personal passion project.
Yeah.
Which fine, do passion project.
I agree. It's a little weird to do like side shit, which is my kind of my first reaction. But I don't know. It's kind of like Marvel and Sony being in that weird place where Amazing Spider-Man came out in 2014, then in 2015, oh, we're gonna reboot Spider-Man again. It's like, ugh. And all the fans like unanimously shrug and like, oh God, here we go again. Like, how many Spider-Man are you gonna redo? And I get it, like they're doing it anyway, But I mean, I don't know. We're getting the Themyscira movie. We're getting Lanterns. We're getting Batman and Superman. The only thing I didn't see in there is Shazam and Aquaman. Even though we're getting them both this year or whatever. So, I mean, they're kind of doing the heavy hitters. I mean, look, we can think of it this way, right? We can have them, if they're going to fuck up, here's another way to think about it, right? If they're going to fuck up, let them fuck up shitty characters. Why not? Let them fuck up characters that we don't care about. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the Dark Phoenix story for X-Men. They keep doing it. So now, when you ask a normal person in the street, oh, what do you think of the Dark Phoenix story from X-Men? And they're like, oh, those movies were terrible. That's the normie mindset for a Dark Phoenix story. Then you ask them, oh, what about the Spider-Man arc where he's fighting Venom? Oh, you mean Spider-Man 3? Oh, I mean, the Venom movie was okay. Like, that's what the normies think now. And just like Morbius, too. When you ask somebody, what do you think of Morbius? Ha, that joke of a movie? Ha, right? It's just like, it's this weird thing where they change the sentiment around a character or an arc by, like, pumping it out to the mainstream and then making it be garbage. Mr. Freeze, another great example of that. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Mr. Freeze, one of the best stories of any Batman villain's of any of the Batman villains, and it's tarnished because of that one movie, one Batman and Robin. You ask somebody about Mr. Freeze, what do they say? Oh, you mean Arnold Schwarzenegger? Everybody, literally everybody. But he has a phenomenal story. So I don't know. I think DC. This is just another way to kind of think about it. I don't know that this is the right way, but it's another way to think about it. Maybe it's better if they take other random things, Jonah Hex, or you know what I mean, these like side things that people kind of care about that are kind of cool, but like they're low stakes. You know, if you're gonna fuck it up, you fuck it up. But yeah,
projects. But don't expect people to just like your stuff, and don't pretend like you're doing it for people. That you're doing it for fans.
These
I get that.
It's just like there's potential, but it's like if you're gonna do this kind of left turn, you got to give us what the right turn's gonna be. You gotta give us like, okay, I'm going left.
I also think they should take their time,
right, instead of just saying I'm going left and be patient.
Like the Superman movie is 2025, right? So it's a good chunk of time from now until then. It's like 2 years, more than 2 years. I think it'll probably be summer of that year. So I mean, it's a good chunk of time.
Right.
You gotta give us a little hint that okay, this is gonna go right to where we get these iconic Justice League, the things that people want.
What I have is also DC news. I got my news from comicbook.com, and the title is Dave Bautista wants to be James Gunn's Lex Luthor. Have you guys seen that?
Wow.
Oh, I did
Bro.
catch a glimpse of that. And
Yeah.
go ahead, Ferg. You have more to it, or is that it?
I didn't see that. What?
Yeah, yep. I have some blurbs from the article.
Yep.
Basically, during the slate reveal, Gunn hinted that he wants to work with the other Guardians of the Galaxy cast and see where they can fit in this new DC world.
No.
Yeah, one of the someone who works for comicbook.com kind of tweeted out this picture of Lex Luthor, and he says all this DC chatter, and I need y'all to hear me out. And so we see the side-by-side image of him and the animated series, Superman animated series, and people are going crazy. Dave Bautista, I don't know if you can see that, he commented that he never thought about playing Lex, but he's thinking about it. And so I don't know what you guys think about this. I know we've talked or tried to cast Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
what do you guys think?
he's not the fit. No, like Dave Bautista. I don't know what it is about wrestlers turned actors, but they're just locked in their wrestler role forever. I don't know about you. Or it takes a very long time, right? You know, points to The Rock for kind of really launching that, because before that was like Hulk Hogan and a bunch of random people have tried and just like failed miserably, but The Rock really like pushed to get to open that pathway for wrestlers, and great. But something about WWE wrestlers, he's Batista in every movie that he's in to me. Yeah, he kind of has a little bit of a personality, sure. That's a little different per movie, like that horror movie that just came out, but I don't know. I also saw something where people were saying have him play Bane, like, you know, the wrestler Bane. That's a little better than Lex Luthor, but I don't know. Even then, for me, I'm like, that's kind of, I don't know.
I don't see
this
it.
is forced.
I don't see it. No.
This is what I said about.
Yeah, he's not Lex, man.
Robert Downey Jr. He was like, "Oh, let me get my friend Shane Black, to direct this movie," and we all know how that ended.
Yeah,
so
terrible.
Now James Gunn's gonna repeat the same mistake and get his buddy, his friend, Dave Bautista, to be one of the most iconic. Like, this ain't Mandarin. This is Lex Luthor. You're gonna get your buddy to do that? That's risky, man. I mean, I'm not saying Dave Bautista's a bad actor, but that's way too risky to mess around with Lex Luthor, bro.
Yeah, it's like fucking with that. That's fucking with the Joker, basically.
Michael Rosenbaum has said that he is waiting on the right script. Even that tweet, I'm like, bro, you are forcing a conversation that does not need to happen. Like, not every bald person can play
right.
Like,
thank you.
It was because he was not only bald, he happened to be tan in that picture. That's why they were doing that. And I'm just like, if you're gonna
exactly. I'm like, you guys are
the animated
stretching.
Then you need to get a black man.
Yeah,
if that's what you're gonna do, because that man was black.
Yep.
Yeah, someone
Well,
light
I
skinned.
don't. I actually don't agree. I actually think
He was
he
basically
white.
black, yo.
He white with a tan.
Oh,
That's-
okay, he mixed. All right, fine, but that was just not a like.
Little half and half.
Yeah,
He definitely was not
little
European.
mixture.
He was not.
Oh,
European.
yeah, that's true. Because the lips. I did pay
No.
attention to the lips.
Yeah.
Years ago, we wanted what's his name? Heisenberg, Breaking Bad. Walt. What's his fucking actor name? That him. Everybody wanted him to be Lex, and then we got Jesse Eisenberg instead, right? He makes more sense to me. Like, we don't need a Diesel as a... Like, he doesn't have to be a big buff guy, right? That's kind of, like, random. Like, if they're going to have Bautista, like, Bautista kind of needs to be typecast. You know, he's got to be casted as, like, some kind of, like, I don't know, muscular big villain. Like, use him. You know, that'd be like... And then, like, what? Superman's going to be skinnier than him? And then if you cast Dave Bautista as Lex, you have to have Henry Cavill play Superman. There's, like, who else? John Cena? The Rock? Oh, you're already using them. Oh, actually, not even The Rock. But what are you going to do? Bring in The Rock? Actually, The Rock looks a little more like Lex, but still, the Rock is The Rock. Like,
So I'm willing to go to mixed. I'm willing to go that far.
Yeah,
I don't know,
you see that? I'm telling you, if Fergie pulls it up for you, I mean, look at it, Rinaldi. I'm telling you.
James Gunn. I remember our last conversation about James
Nah,
Gunn,
bro,
which
that
still
man
hasn't
is-
been published.
that man is
Our last
African
conversation, James Gunn said he was carefully putting together a plan, like he was thinking carefully. This don't feel like he's thinking carefully.
Yeah.
This feels like,
No.
hey, Dave Bautista is one of my buddies. He's one of my friends. Like, let me give him a call. Like, you can't do that after you let Henry Cavill go. You can't do that. No.
That's what I'm saying. He's goofy right now. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy is basically Marvel's equivalent of the Suicide Squad.
Yep.
In a
Yeah.
sense, like
Mhm.
you just cast them in that so they can just die real quick. Like,
But
if you
the
want them to work with
Suicide
you, that
Squad
bad.
was more important in the comic books than Guardians.
yes.
True,
Because
but I'm
the
just
Su-
saying if he really wants his boys
And
from over
the
there, then
Suicide
that's what
Squad-
they're gonna have to do. They don't.
Well,
fit.
yeah, I get the
They
point.
don't
I get the
fit.
point.
Who else are they gonna
Put
be
them
casted
in Suicide
as?
Squad.
Mhm.
Put them in
Yeah,
Suicide
because
Squad,
I just
yeah.
don't see, like, again, love Dave Bautista, but no, not for
Look,
Lex.
all right,
Not my
no,
Lex.
look.
No.
We've seen Dave Bautista play Drax. We've seen Dave Bautista. I don't know if you guys seen that. What's that zombie movie that he was just in with Zack Snyder?
Oh, something of the dead.
Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
Army of the Dead.
I'm sorry, like he's a good actor, but he's not. How do you see his work and go boom, Lex Luthor?
Yep.
How do you do that?
Can't.
No.
How do you do that? If
Yeah.
you're just casting him one because he's your buddy and your buddy happens to be bald, like how is he the only bald buddy you have? Like,
I mean, you're
two-
right here.
I'm right here. You got two bald guys right here. Like, we would be more than happy to
Whoa.
play a Lex Luthor. Like,
You just need to have a baby.
I don't want to play Lex Luthor, Rob. I really. This is one of the most iconic supervillains. in fiction.
I'd proudly.
I can't do it.
I would play Lex Luthor and Fergie would play Superman.
No,
What? Wait.
I just.
How?
Why is James Gunn allowing this to be news, or why didn't he release a
Right.
statement saying, "Listen, guys,
I mean, well-
I'm working on this with Peter Safran."
It
Like,
looked like it was
all
just
those
hubbub
girls,
conversation going on
speculating,
Twitter or whatever, and it was
they said,
reposted to
I'm
Instagram.
working on it. No statement about that.
Well,
You just gonna let this
I-
float around?
Because David Bautista is his bald buddy. That's why.
And this is the problem I have with
Nah,
James
yeah.
Gunn fans. James Gunn fans are loving this. They're like, "Yo, I'm optimistic about DC now." No, it's because you're a fan of James Gunn. It's not because of this news.
I think we just need to hope that he gets more friends because I don't want to see everyone from the cast of Guardians coming over to DC. Then it's like, what's the
No.
point?
Yeah.
Unless they're in small, like really small roles,
Yeah.
like on the Suicide Squad, and then they die.
Reoccurring characters or something.
Yeah. Nah,
don't-
it,
I was just gonna say I just don't want to see toilet humor in my Superman movie.
thank you. I don't need that
that's-
humor,
you're
man.
Right?
Toilet
Yeah,
humor.
that's a good point. Ugh.
No, man, no.
Oh man.
And then people can say, "Well, at least these
Yeah.
movies are more joyful than the Snyder ones." Yeah, more juvenile, not joyful.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
Goodness.
for a 13-year-old in puberty thinking
But
that, like,
Superman is for
general
kids.
humor is
Yeah, that's what
saving
people will
the
fucking
world,
say
but
too.
come on.
Yeah, Superman better not be in like the Daily Planet using the bathroom and he accidentally like uses his powers or something. And then the toilet water just flies everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
And they were supposed to laugh. Like, I hope that don't happen.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Don't give him
kinda
any
looked like
ideas.
James Gunn's like, yo, all right, I'm trying to get this money and I'm just trying to put my people on. Like, you don't even care about the project. He's just like, yo,
Mhm.
Trying to put
you
my
know,
people on.
But
Like,
yeah,
they're not,
it's
like, they're not
you
on
get this
already.
money.
Right.
Like they're not
Listen,
on already. They're a whole Guardians of the Galaxy and they're not put on yet.
they were in
Yeah, but he's
Infinity
putting them on
War.
times two.
Right.
Please. These
Dude,
jokers
Chris
were
Pratt for
like
Hal
one of
Jordan.
the
I could
highest
see,
grossing movies.
I can see him doing
Maybe
that
make it out of
shit.
the
He's
hood.
putting them on. He's put. He's trying to keep the
Gamora
money
was in
going.
Avatar. She put on 3 times.
I understand that, but that's his crew. He's just like, yo, you want some more? That's what that's what that looked
Yeah.
like.
Guys, this was awesome. This was fun. Come back again for more DC and Marvel comic book movie news. Leave comments down below and let us know what you think of some of this news. What do you think about Peter Safran and James Gunn and some of the decisions that they're making? What do you think about Fantastic Four and Reed Richards being played by Adam Driver, aka Kylo Ren, aka he could just play Doctor Doom? Leave comments down below, like this video, all that nice stuff, and tune in next time. We are the Marvelous Friends.
Like the video, everybody. Like the video. Comment on the video. All that good stuff. Oh, man. Okay, so let me switch back to my normal cam. Yeah, again, great episode. I love the format they're shooting for. I don't know. A lot of speculation, a lot of things swirling around the DC world, DC news, all that stuff. We'll see, man. This might be the, the superhero genre. You'd have to wonder what ends it, right? What ends it, right? It doesn't just teleport into just not existing anymore, right? If and when it does slow and or die, it's going to die in a slow, agonizing, screeching, quiet, yet quiet death, right? Where one day, 4 years after the death of it, you're going to realize, oh wait, the meta changed. The most popular movies and the most popular TV shows, they aren't superhero movies anymore. There's a lot of them, but I don't hear about them anymore. Huh. It's gonna happen like that, so I don't know. Maybe this is like the beginning of that. But anyways, thank you guys for checking out this video. Again, I'll leave a link under this video for Marvelous Friends Pod YouTube channel. Please go subscribe over there. They're doing awesome videos over there. And I'll see you guys in the next one.